Moving to a new house is supposed to be an exciting adventure for a family, but for us, it turned into a nightmare that still haunts my dreams. Me and my little brother were quite small when our family moved into that old, creaky house on the outskirts of town. The town itself was small, surrounded by dense woods that always seemed to whisper secrets I couldn't quite decipher. From the moment we stepped through the front door, something felt off. The air was heavy with an inexplicable tension, and the shadows in the corners of the rooms seemed to linger just a little too long. At first, I chalked it up to the unfamiliarity of our new home. But as the days turned into weeks, I couldn't ignore the unsettling occurrences any longer. It began with soft, almost imperceptible whispers that echoed through the house, especially at night. They were voices, distant and eerie, like the moaning of the wind through the trees. At first, I thought they were just my imagination, the ramblings of a child's overactive mind trying to make sense of a strange new environment. One night, I woke up from a strange sound. I don't know what it was, but it woke me up. I turned to check on my little brother, but he was gone. I was scared Ben would never leave the bed at night without waking me up. I don't know why, but it was like a voice was telling me inside that something bad had happened to him. I got down from my bed, took the baseball bat, and went straight to the basement because something was telling me he was there. After going to the basement, I was not prepared for what I saw. My Ben, my little Benny, was being held by something humanoid like a spider. Or a skeleton, I don't know what it was, but it was eating Ben alive. With one of its skeleton-like hand was over Ben's mouth, and it was suffocating him, and with its other hands or legs, it was keeping Ben at place. I could hear Ben's muffled scream while it was biting down on Ben's shoulder and breaking it with its huge mouth. I could hear the sound of breaking bones from this distance. My heart sank in fear from what was happening in front of me. I couldn't move an inch. Suddenly, I heard a scream like a human, but more of a beast. Soon, I realized the scream was coming from inside of me, and I was beating down that monster with my baseball bat. Although it did not move, nor did it let go of Ben, but instead, with one of its hands, it shoved me more like it threw me at the corner of the basement, and I bumped my head to the wall. Instantly, I lost my consciousness. When I woke up, I was in a hospital bed, and there was handcuffed to the hospital bed. A nurse walked to the room, and seeing me waking up, she went outside, and after a few minutes, 2 police officers entered the room. They asked me what happened that night. I told them everything that happened, and after I was finished, I asked them, "Where is Ben? Is he all right?" The officers looked at each other, and one of them looked at me and said, "Ben is dead. We found his body in the basement with you laying beside him with the bat. Your brother's neck was broken. We think that was the cause of his death." I could not believe my ears. Ben is dead. My little Benny is dead. I failed as an elder sister. I couldn't protect him. After a few days, I was released from the hospital. The officers told me not to leave town and stay close to my parents. I think they are suspecting me for the death of my little brother. As a matter of fact, the whole town is, but my parents are not thinking that way. They think it was some wild animal, but I know what it is, and I know where to find that bastard. One thing is certain, it's out there, lurking in the darkest corners of our world, waiting for another unsuspecting victim, and there is a chance I will be its next victim. Every night, the voices grew louder, and their words became clearer. They called my name, beckoning me from the depths of the darkness. Now I know why Ben went to the basement. He was called there, and now it wants me.